I completed the development for the um, for importing a Bystronic code. The format of the code is something like this. It's got a subprogram callout, and you have the subprograms here. The subprogram callout has to be specified by this format. L1 calls this subprogram here, and L2 calls a different subprogram, which is right here. And the subprogram callout needs to be this format G28X0Y0. This is what I would be looking in the code, and it needs to have a G98, which means that's the end of the subprogram. We have one here, and the other thing which is required in the code is a G99, which is the end of the main program. The way this works is I added this under the tools, so you got to go here, import LCC code. I have a few samples here, open, and it's going to give you an option whether you want to suppress the lead in and lead out, so you can choose that checkbox here. And I have specified a M code for the lead in, so it's going to look for this M code in the NC code and identify. That's the only way we can identify a lead in and remove the lead in. So in this case we have a circle. This being the lead in, and this one is the lead out. So you need to specify what the lead in is, and in this case it's M07. And I hit the import button, and this brings in the drawing, and I can do a duplicate segment check, which seems good, and open segment. There is no open segment, which means this drawing has been imported correctly. And I do have the original DXF to compare, which is this metric, and this is the actual DXF for which the code has been made, and which looks pretty good. And let me test it with a few more samples. No open polyline and no duplicate segments. No duplicate segments and no open polylines.